Welcome to Copilot Podcasts. You know that feeling when you've spent 3 hours perfecting a presentation, only to have AI generate something comparable in 30 seconds? Yeah, that pit in your stomach, that's what we're talking about today.
Oh, that's such a relatable pain point in today's workplace.
Today, we're diving into how to escape the venting perfectionism cycle and embrace progress in this wild AI frontier. By the end of this episode, you'll understand why perfectionism is holding you back and how to actually thrive in this rapid-fire AI world.
And let me tell you, the research on this is fascinating. Recent studies show that perfectionism isn't just affecting our mental health, it's actually reducing our productivity and creativity.
Wait, really? I thought being a perfectionist meant being more productive.
That's what's so interesting. According to recent research, perfectionism actually leads to lower productivity and decreased career success over time. It's like putting your career in a straitjacket.
So we're basically shooting ourselves in the foot?
Exactly. And here's what's wild. Studies show that perfectionism is actually linked to higher rates of burnout and mental health challenges. It's not just about being detail-oriented anymore.
You know what's interesting? I've noticed people seem to be venting more about perfectionism since AI entered the workplace.
That's because AI is fundamentally changing how we work. McKinsey's latest research shows that while 92% of companies are increasing their AI investments, only 1% consider themselves mature in deployment.
So there's this massive gap between where we are and where we need to be?
Exactly. And here's something fascinating. Did you know that perfectionism can actually turn into a clinical condition called atelophobia?
Atilo what now?
Atelophobia, it's an intense fear of imperfection. The Cleveland Clinic has found that extreme perfectionism can escalate into this condition, where people become paralyzed by their fear of failure.
That sounds terrifying, especially in today's fast-moving tech world.
And that's exactly why we need to talk about constructive venting. It's different from just complaining.
Hold up, there's a constructive way to vent?
Absolutely. Recent research shows that when done right, venting can actually strengthen workplace culture and lead to problem identification.
So it's not just about letting off steam?
Not at all. It's about expressing frustrations in a way that's honest, respectful, and ultimately geared toward improvement.
You know what's kind of ironic? AI itself is built on the principle of iteration and improvement, not perfection.
That's such a brilliant observation. Even the most advanced AI systems learn through trial and error, constantly iterating and improving.
So maybe we should take a page from AI's book?
Exactly. Microsoft's 2025 Work Trend Index shows that organizations succeeding with AI are those embracing a growth mindset, not pursuing perfection.
But how do we actually break free from perfectionism? It's not like we can just flip a switch.
Well, research points to several effective strategies. First, we need to set realistic standards. Perfectionism often involves setting impossibly high standards that no human could consistently meet.
That makes sense. What else?
Another key strategy is time boxing. Studies show that setting specific time limits for tasks can help prevent the endless tweaking that perfectionism encourages.
Oh, I definitely need that. I can spend hours adjusting one tiny detail.
That's so common. And here's what's interesting. Research shows that perfectionists often spend disproportionate time on insignificant details while missing bigger opportunities.
Kind of like missing the forest for the trees?
Exactly. And in today's AI-driven workplace, that can be particularly costly.
How so?
Well, according to McKinsey's latest research, AI could add $4.4 trillion in productivity growth potential. But to capture that value, we need to be willing to experiment and iterate quickly.
That's a huge number. So perfectionism could actually make us miss out on these opportunities?
Absolutely. The companies seeing the most success with AI are those willing to embrace what Microsoft calls the frontier firm mindset, being agile and adaptable rather than perfect.
Tell me more about this frontier firm concept.
It's fascinating. These are organizations that blend machine intelligence with human judgment, focusing on rapid scaling and agile operations rather than perfection.
That sounds like quite a shift from traditional business thinking.
It is. And according to Microsoft's research, 82% of leaders say this is a pivotal year to rethink key aspects of strategy and operations.
So how do we start making this shift personally?
One effective approach is cognitive reappraisal, essentially changing how we think about mistakes and imperfection.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Instead of seeing a mistake as a failure, view it as data, just like AI systems do. Each error is actually valuable information for improvement.
That's a really powerful reframe.
And research supports this. Studies in emotion regulation show that how we interpret events has a huge impact on our stress levels and performance.
But what about when things really do go wrong? How do we handle that?
This is where constructive venting comes in. Recent studies show that when we vent with a focus on solutions rather than just complaints, it can actually lead to innovation.
That's interesting. So it's not about suppressing frustration, but channeling it?
Exactly. And workplace culture research shows this kind of constructive dialogue can strengthen team bonds and lead to better problem solving.
You know what I'm realizing? This whole conversation is really about balance.
Yes, it's about finding that sweet spot between striving for excellence and accepting imperfection as part of growth.
And maybe that's exactly what we need in this AI age, the ability to be both ambitious and adaptable.
The research certainly suggests that companies that can balance human creativity with AI capabilities while embracing iteration over perfection are seeing the best results.
So what's one practical step our listeners can take today?
Start by time boxing one task you usually obsess over. Give yourself a strict time limit and commit to moving forward when that time is up, even if it's not perfect.
That sounds both scary and liberating.
That's exactly the point. It's about getting comfortable with discomfort and trusting in the process of progress.
Well, as we wrap up today's episode what's your final thought for our listeners?
Remember that even AI, with all its computational power, learns through iteration and imperfect attempts. If machines can embrace imperfection as a path to growth, so can we.
I love that. And hey, maybe the next time you catch yourself in a perfectionist spiral, just remember, even ChatGPT had to start somewhere.
Exactly. Progress over perfection isn't just a nice saying. In today's AI frontier, it's the key to success.
And on that note, thanks for joining us today. Remember, your next imperfect attempt might just be your biggest breakthrough.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Keep moving forward, even if it's not perfect.